starts with this concept, and what I'm going to do is give you an example, use some things that don't relate to technology or business, and then try to tie it back a little bit. So first of all, the fundamentals, right? Here's an example of something that we all would love to have and eat, right? Gourmet food. This is like from those cooking shows, and so if we want to have food like that, what do we need, right? Well, it doesn't magically create itself. We need people, okay? The Iron Chefs, I love these guys. They're awesome. They can cook anything. Like they just, they jump on it. But if we had some Iron Chefs in the kitchen, in the room today, in this meeting room, and we asked them to cook something, they would not be able to, right? I mean, they could put some water and some little chocolate espresso beans together, but that would be it. So what they need is ingredients, right? Someone's got to go to the grocery store and buy a bunch of stuff and have it ready and have it be fresh and so on and so forth. And not only that, they also need a kitchen. They need a place to actually do this work, okay? So what are we seeing here? We've got systems, we've got data, we've got people, and we've got results. This is the map to the business world, right? If we don't have these things, we're not gonna be enjoying our nice, tasty meal. So let's look at kind of what we would think about focusing on in our organizations if we want to cook anything, if we want to have any results. Well, we're going to take the results out of the mix because we know that's where we're going. And you guys are here today talking about Stemmons, so we don't need to talk about systems because that's the system. And we're left with people and data. And most everybody knows this thing about hiring people, and we talked about how we do that a little bit differently. But data, I think, is the critical thing that a company has to have under control if they're going to get out of the box, okay? If they're going to make different things. And so what do we want to think about with data? I divide it into above the line and below the line. Below the line are technical aspects of dealing with data, and above the line are cultural aspects of dealing with data. Okay, and it's beyond the scope of this conversation to read through and describe all of these things, but the short version of this is that if we want to get anywhere, if we want to get something done, we need to think about our data competency in our companies as a thing unto itself. How good are we about data? Forget about what you want to do, forget about who's going to do it, do we have the right information? Is it fresh? Is it organized? And these are all the things that we would talk to you about, or your integrator would, or someone who's a pro, in order to get that data thing knocked out. Okay, so